What's going on YouTube? Chris here. Want to bring you all an update today of Bitcoin. Right now we're sitting at $9,810. We're up 2.04%. And I had four things that I want to go over with you today. We're going to talk about the uptrend and how it's still intact. We're going to talk about how we found support off previous resistance levels, and we're also going to get into the moving averages and a few different things today. Guys, this is going to be a little bit shorter video today. As I was going out to work, it was icy out and I slipped down my steps and hit my back pretty good, and it was a pretty nasty fall. So I'm not feeling the best today, but that's what happens here when you live up in the Northeast. It just is what it is, and we had an ice storm and it was just pretty nasty. So caught me off guard. It was pretty dark out. I start work a lot of times at 6 in the morning, so ended up getting me a little bit here, but we're going to get into all this, guys. So we're going to make this a quicker one. Just want to give you the key points that I was looking at today. So if you get something from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Appreciate y'all being here with me today. So as we've been looking and examining the trends, been paying a lot of attention to the trends. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame right now, and as we're looking at that, we're still up above our 50 moving average on the 4-hour time frame, and we're also up above our green trend line as well as our 200 moving average. So that's a key, that if you're in a Bitcoin position, you still want to be in that Bitcoin position. And as of right now, people are buying the dip, as you can see, which is a smart thing to do. When you're in an uptrend, that's when you want to be buying the dip. You get into trouble when you're in those downtrends and you're buying the dip. But right now we're having a nice move to the upside still. These higher lows are continuously coming in. We have not gotten that trend line break. When I would start to be suspicious is when we're breaking down through that 50 and that trend line as well, and we're starting to have two candle closes on the 4-hour time frame below that. Then I'd start looking down at this 200 moving average as support as well. But as we've been in this uptrend, we're finding support after each resistance that we broke through. So here was a resistance, we broke through it, we consolidated, dropped down, found support off of it, previous resistance, and we made a move back up. And if you can even see on the short term here, this red line around 9,523 is what I wanted to see supported. Remember, we broke through it and we found support off it there on pretty decent volume, on like a what's almost looks like a doji candle here, almost a hammer candle, kind of a mix between the two, probably even better, a hammer candle right here. Made a nice move to the upside, and now we're going to see if this move continues and if we're going to be able to find support and keep basically just crawling up this trend line. And if you take a look at this trend line, what I wanted to point out to you here was the angle of the trend line. So if we take it from down here all the way up, we're sitting roughly at about a 32-degree angle, which is good. We could really crawl up this. It's not too steep, because some of the times you get in trouble when you're up real steep, in this area. And if we take this again just to show you, when you're looking at trend angles, and we pull from the bottom again up to the top, and if you're crawling up something that's even like 51%, you're more likely to have that trend line break than you are when we're down here in the 30s. So this is a healthier trend that we're having to the upside. And now we have 3 points of touches as well. So we're just going to see if we continue to crawl up this. And the next areas that I'd be looking for here is up around, we'll call it $10,000 psychologically. We need to get up above $10,000 and find support off $10,000 and not drop below $10,000, because we want the bulls to know that they're stepping in so that the buying pressure will come, and that we're not going to start dropping back below $10,000 psychologically, because if we can't hold that, we get up above it and then we can't hold it and we start dropping below it. That's going to show weakness, and then the bears jump in, they start shorting, people start selling, and that's how the price goes down. So I'm really paying close attention to this trend line and these moving averages. Ever since we had the golden cross back in here, and that was around $7,200, we've been in a beautiful uptrend. So now you want to look at this as well. We don't want to see one of those death crosses where we're having the 50 cross down through the 200, but it's nice to see this steady uptrend. And if we go into our indicators, I just want to point out a couple here. Our RSI is up around 74 on the 4-hour. As we know, we can get extremely overextended in this space. We can get up into the 80s and 90s. So at 74, there still could definitely be more room to run. So that's something I wanted to point to, but we are in that overbought condition. Anything over 70 is going to be, for me, I like playing 80 or more on the RSI in the cryptocurrency space. And then I wanted to break out our MACD here. And remember, this is all on the 4-hour time frame. And with our MACD, we've had a nice bullish cross to the upside. So that was nice, right off the trend line bounce as well. And you can see the histogram was ticking to the positive. So as of right now, things are looking pretty decent for Bitcoin. Like we should come up here and most likely test this $10,000 here in the next few hours or even days to come. But we're just going to have to see if we get this continued buying pressure. But that's what I wanted to bring to you guys today. Wanted to make it a quick one. I appreciate y'all being here with me today, and just really keep an eye on that trend line, keep an eye on these moving averages, and also go start out at the week, then go into the day, and then go into the 4 hour, the hour, and just work your way down, guys. So you get something from this, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Take care, my friends. God bless.